If we were a first-person shooter entering a market dominated by Modern Warfare 2 in the same way men with pretty mouths are dominated in prison, then we'd probably resort to cheap tricks, like giving away party blowers in the box or featuring an all-female cast of oil wrestling mercenaries. But despite all our fan letters to developer DICE, Battlefield Bad Company 2 does neither of these things. Instead, it has the brass clackers to lock Infinity Ward's masterful shooter square in its crosshairs and take it on at its own spectacular game. It loses, of course, in the same way hedgehogs always lose to cars, but that doesn't stop this from being the smartest kind of sequel, a game that amputates what it got wrong and pumps up what it got right, which in this case equates to more vehicles, more weapons and more blowing things up. Bad Company 2's story is like a javelin thrower's non-competing arm. It's there, but it's pretty weedy and it doesn't really do anything.
A couple of months back, we set up a relay off an old French weather satellite.
The gist is something to do with Private Preston Marlowe and his renegade band of brothers hunting an electromagnetic superweapon that could spark World War III.
Whoa. Now this is interesting.
It does mean that we get an atmospheric opening level set in World War II, which pays tribute to the highly rated recent PSN spin-off Battlefield 1943. But in general, Bad Company 2 isn't about story so much as it's about knifing sentries, storming enemy bases, and escaping in helter-skelter jeep chases. Basically, Bad Company 2 is the kind of slick modern combat you're already familiar with, except if the entire world was made in a third-rate factory near the Estonian-Latvian border. Everything breaks, or rather you break everything. You can topple entire buildings with a well-placed rocket, expose snipers by chipping away their cover, and create your own spy holes by gunning through walls. In terms of other games that like to break stuff, Red Faction Guerrilla and its Hammer of Justice offer a more comprehensive brick-by-brick approach, and everything you look at funny in the blockbusting Just Cause 2 erupts into orange plumes of hungry flame. Bad Company 2's breakages feel more scripted. Certain walls and trucks won't explode no matter how many rounds you plug into them, but also smarter, with a tighter sense of how the deformations will affect gameplay. But don't let the hyper-real explodability of everything fool you into thinking you can charge through Bad Company 2 with the sprint button jammed in. You'll die. A lot. Taking an entire chapter or two from Modern Warfare's field manual, firefights are often short, sudden and brutal, and the AI on both sides feels strong. Your three teammates contribute significantly, and enemy soldiers shoot straight and use cover intelligently.
We spent a lot of energy and a lot of time, a lot of resources on making sure that the AI experience turned into something special. And I think I would dare to say that everyone that plays Bad Company 2 will see that the AI is a huge step forward for the franchise.
Although there's always the occasional daydreamer who'll let you point a rifle at them from 5 metres away. Hello, Treacle. At this point, you might be thinking that Bad Company 2 has gone big on the breaking angle to distract you from the fact that, despite a spit and polish, this sequel is still nowhere near as slick as Modern Warfare 2. And you're dead right. Put the two side by side and you'll see a sizable visual gap between them. One early Bad Company scene set in the Arctic seems designed to highlight just how good Modern Warfare 2's similar snow and shooting level is. There's nothing like the same level of detail here. That said, Bad Company 2 has plenty of lovely touches of its own. Enemies die immensely satisfyingly, their bodies lolling and dropping according to where and how your bullets hit, and pump a round or three into a corpse and it'll also convulse pleasingly. We should probably stop doing this, at least when we have people round. But what's really special, and no, we're not joking, is how good Battlefield sounds. Fire your gun inside and it booms and echoes imposingly, shell cases tinkling on the hard floor. Switch to the RPG and blow out a wall and you'll hear debris raining down. In multiplayer, which we'll have a full review of post-release, you can hear the booming and clacking of far-off weapons as they really would sound from a distance. Battlefield Bad Company 2 has the misfortune to be a gritty contemporary shooter at the same time as that particular niche is occupied by one of the most accomplished games of all time. It's not as technically strong as Infinity Ward's monster, but it does take a decent crack at bringing something new to the gameplay, and the result is a very playable Destruct 'em up.
Yeah. Okay.
It's an 8 from us.
Hoorah! That's a solid copy, Archangel. Out.